name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Hi, welcome to episode 310 of the Everyday Life Balance Show. I'm your host, Pascale Gibon. Thank you for tuning in. This episode is part 2 of our series on identifying the long-term damages of unhappiness at work. In part 1, I shared the first 7 long-term effects. I will now reveal the remaining 8. You might find yourself in a situation where you are unhappy at work. If this what you are experiencing, is crucial to maintain balance and find a solution. Before I share the 8 remaining long-term effects of dissatisfaction at work, let me remind you what the first 7 are. Number 1, chronic stress. Number 2, mental health issues. Number 3, physical health problems. Number 4, reduced job performance. Number 5, stalled career growth. Number 6, loss of passion. And number 7, impact on relationships. Number 8 is impaired work-life balance. Being stuck in a job you don't want to be in often requires more time and effort to cope with it. The stress it generates leads to an imbalance between your work and personal life, which affects your overall quality of life. What are your coping mechanisms? Are they sustainable long-term? Number 9 is lower self-esteem. Staying in a job you don't like can negatively affect your self-esteem and lower your self-confidence. As a result, pursuing new opportunities might feel intimidating. If you ever find yourself in such a situation, seeking the guidance of a career advisor or coach can be very helpful. The 10th long-term effect is loss of time. Time is something we can never get back. When you spend your days in a job you dislike, it's time you could have invested in pursuing a more fulfilling and rewarding career path. Additionally, when you know you are meant for more, you might feel you are losing your time or wasting your time doing invaluable work. Experiencing such emotions can be frustrating. Number 11 is financial consequences. If you fear losing your job or feel unable to explore higher paying career options, this can lead to missed financial opportunities and long-term financial stress. Number 12 is regret and resentment. As time passes, you may begin to feel regrets and resentment towards your employer, yourself, or both for not taking action earlier to improve your career situation. Number 13 is limited skill development. Staying in an unfulfilling job may hinder the development of new skills and experiences that could be valuable in a more satisfying role. The 14th long-term damage is difficulty breaking free. The longer you remain in a disliked job, the more difficult it can become to break free from it, as you may become accustomed to the security it provides, even if it's unfulfilling. Number 15 and the last long-term damage is missed opportunities. Persisting in a job you don't like can result in missed opportunities for personal and professional growth, which might impact your prospects and overall life satisfaction. As you can see from the overall list of long-term effects of job dissatisfaction, the longer you remain in this predicament, the harder it becomes to cope with them. An exercise I recommend with this additional list is to measure where you are and see if any of the remaining 8 long-term effects of job dissatisfaction applies to you on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means enormously, and 10 means not at all. If you find this content relatable, I suggest scheduling a What's Next call with us to determine your current situation and explore new possibilities for enhancing your personal and professional life. Visit pascalgibon.com/program and select What's Next breakthrough session to book the call. Being stuck in an unfulfilling job and what to do or not do about it will be determined by what you value the most. If you prioritize security, receiving a monthly salary to support yourself and your loved ones is sufficient. However, if you value your time, you might ask yourself if your current job is a valuable way to spend your time. And lastly, if you value meaningful work, you might question whether your job is sufficiently fulfilling. The best way to know where you are is to review your values concerning your professional life and assess if they align with your current job situation. If not, you might consider new options. I hope you enjoyed this series on job satisfaction. Let me remind you what is available to you just in case you missed some episodes. We started with episode 307, where I recommended 8 questions to ask yourself if you are unhappy in your career. Then in episode 308, we discussed 6 common pitfalls to avoid when stuck in a miserable job. And I created episodes 309 and 310 to raise awareness of the long-term effects of job dissatisfaction. I look forward to connecting with you next Monday. Until then, have a fantastic week. Take good care and lots of love and light. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.